now dealing with Cisco gear and routing and WAN and it's is am I is that my expertise right now? Nope. But I have a good staff that I am learning from and being trained on. So I gotta start from the bottom, and then go up. So
Yes, everyone has to start from the bottom. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't want to start at the bottom. They want to start at the top for some
yeah, can do
reason.
that. And I've been blessed. Like in the email, as you stated, I work with people that want to share that knowledge and do that knowledge a transfer. I never got that. Working with folks that wanted just to keep their cards close to their chest. At the end of the day, if Matt and I work together and we do knowledge transfer and help our department as a whole will improve and be a better department than Matt just doing his own thing on one side, the other room, and me just holding my cards close, doing um, just my own thing.
That is different trains of thought. Yeah, some what's best for me, some what's best for the group. So yeah, it's completely different types of people, unfortunately. So,
Yep.
and I guess retail may be different. He says he was in retail, so maybe they're working on commission, or maybe yeah, who knows. But awesome. He's hope he enjoys that job.
Yep.
Internal help. I've never worked at a large. I mean, it's completely different than what I do. Working at one company internal help desk, but
No, I think it's very similar because you get the phone calls of you get user accounts who folks who can't log in and can't get to this website or
yeah, I guess in that manner, I do deal with a lot of the same companies over and over again, but it's more like
see but the main
quite a
difference
few
is
companies.
is that is I would imagine here is that you have the capability of solving the issue when you work at a help desk. You usually have to escalate it, to somebody higher because you can only do
Yeah,
so
I
much,
guess, yeah.
But help desk is where we all started. And so, I mean, I started at the Best Buy back in the day when we had floppies and they were
I
quite
never got to.
expensive.
I never got to do that.
And so,
I never got. I thought about when I was first starting on the Best Buy as an option, but luckily, not luckily, I just I didn't have to. So
yes, and this was before the Geek Squad, where it was cool to be a PC tech.
maybe
Maybe
Office Depot because I see big signs that they fix computers
I
too.
know I see that in every Office Depot, and it's always in the same spot. Like, and it's always at like some weird 30-degree angle. I wonder if that is company standard. Who knows?
Uh, all right. So I had an interesting problem the other day that I thought would be good to talk about here. User calls me and she says when I let me put the way she put it. First of all, this is an Exchange setup. Exchange on Small Business Server 2003. She was using Outlook 2007.
Okay.
She says when she copies an appointment to a new day, it stays there for a minute and then it disappears. Now, what you can do in your calendar is if you have an appointment, let's say on Monday, 8 o'clock, if you just take it and drag it to Tuesday, it moves that appointment to Tuesday. If you hit control, I think it's either Control or Shift, and then you drag it and let it go, it'll copy the appointment, not move it. So now you have two appointments. The same one on Monday, same one on Tuesday, same time, same time. It just copies it basically.
Okay.
So, of course, the first thing I do in most troubleshooting instances is say, show me. So we do remote connection. Show me what you're doing. I want to see the steps you're doing. And really, at this point, I don't believe her. Yeah, right. They're disappointed. They're disappearing. Okay, great. So show me. Because I might, obviously, that's the first step. Duplicate it.
Okay.
Let them duplicate it. So she goes, and well, first she doesn't show me. First she says, "Look, this day, Tuesday, there should be an appointment here." I'm like, okay, well, let's start from the beginning. When you think you put an appointment there, show me what you did. So she did it, and it stayed. And she says it'll disappear in a few seconds. So of course, a minute goes by and it doesn't disappear. I'm thinking, yeah, she's a little crazy. Maybe, maybe,
Okay.
maybe there's something wrong. Maybe some kind of issue that happened once. I don't know what it is. But that stayed. So then I tried a few more, and they stayed as well. I thought, and she thought, well, I guess it's working now. So I said, let's close Outlook and open it back just to make sure. So we close Outlook, we open it back up. They're still there. Okay. I click on it. I'm just clicking around looking at different weeks that she says there should be appointments. And I go back to the original one that we copied, and they're all gone. So I did see it happen.
Okay.
So she goes, "Ha, I'm not crazy." I said, "Well, at least not about this. Can't vouch for anything else, but you're not crazy. They are disappearing. So let's see what's happening." So I don't, and of course she said it's when she's copying, only when she's copying appointments. So as a test, I go and just create a new, because she told me specifically if I create a new one, it works. I said, well, that's strange, because basically when you copy it, you're making a new appointment. So I go and make a new appointment, and it disappears as well.
A brand new one.
Brand new. Okay, okay. So what we're seeing now is any appointments that are trying to be created, or they stay for about 30 seconds or a minute and they disappear. And of course, she says, well, before I could create new ones. Okay, well, we can disregard that because I can't verify that it did work. All I can verify now that any new appointments, if they're copied, cut and pasted, new, they're disappearing. Very strange, very strange. So I would go, let's log in as a different user. Log in as a different user and it works fine. Okay. So maybe it's a profile issue. Next step, let's go log in as you on another computer. Same thing happens. Okay. So it's something with your account. That's what we've narrowed down to. So troubleshooting steps, try a different user on the same computer.
Works.
That one works. Go to a different computer, see what happens. So anywhere she logs in doesn't work. So now we know for sure it's an account issue. So this one really, what are you going to search Google for? I mean, I tried to search Google. I'm getting nothing. It's too vague. There's no look on her computer and event log, nothing. Okay, great. So try and search for Outlook or for calendar entries disappearing. You're going to get too much to go through. I mean, You could probably go through it, but it'll take you forever. So I abandoned that. So I go look in the event log in the server because after all, this is Exchange. We're creating this appointment in Outlook, which should be adding basically really to the Exchange database. So I'm hoping there's something in the event log on the server. And sure enough, I find tons of errors in the server. And they all say, it goes back, well, and I asked her, how long has this been happening? She said about 3 or 4 days. I see thousands and thousands of entries. And I don't know if it's related yet or not. I'm just going to tell you that. I tell you what I found. I found events source BMDS. The description is just the description for event ID 0 in source BMDS cannot be found. Great. And it's got the local computer may not have the necessary register information, blah, blah, blah. So basically, I'm getting tons of errors, thousands that go back for about 3 or 4 days. Source BMDS. I'll put you on a spot. I don't know what BMDS was. Do you know what BMDS service is?
No.
I don't either. So I had to search for it. Okay. I Googled that.
And while you're explaining the story, I'm trying to Google to see if I can find the answer before you tell me.
All right. So the BMDS service is the BlackBerry mobile data syncing service. So what does this service do? If she creates, now, and again, here's why I think it was working on other users, because the only one with a BlackBerry in the office is her. So the only one using this BlackBerry mobile data sync is her. So my train of thought is this could be related. because if she's trying to create a calendar entry in Outlook, that calendar entry should then be synced to her BlackBerry using the BlackBerry Mobile Data Sync service. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So all I've got is thousands of these errors with the description cannot be found, which isn't very helpful, but at least it's a start. So after some Googling, I found, believe it or not, check Java on the server and see if Java has been updated. Yeah, Java. So I thought, why would Java make a difference? So in this article, it goes about and it tells you, if you go look at the properties of the BlackBerry Mobile Data Sync service, it's got the target path for what to run.
Mm-hmm.
First part points to, C, program files, blah, 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 BlackBerry, whatever. Then it's got a switch that points to Java. And in this long switch, it references a path to program files, Java, JRE 1.5.0_07. Hard-coded in that service. Not hard-coded. It's an option in that service saying,
but that version
for
is
Java
hard-coded.
version 5, basically. So I go look and see what version of Java is on the server, and it's Java 6. So the path in this service is referencing Java 5, and it's got the whole path for the actual file it's looking for, but there is no JRE 1.5.0_07 folder under the Java folder. There is a JRE 6 folder. I take that back. There was the 1.5 folder, but it only had a couple files in it, not the file I was looking for. But that same exact file did exist under the JRE 6 path. So, edited the registry. I'm sorry, I didn't edit the registry. I edited the service entry. I really should make better notes. I apologize.
Because you had me on suspense.
Yeah, you do have to registry. It is in the registry that you edit the service. Okay, so in the registry, HKey local machine system, current control set, services, BlackBerry MDS connection service, image path. There is where you see the Java 1.5 reference. So if you just edit this, I just replaced the Java the JRE 1.5.0_07 with the folder that was under the Java folder, which is JRE 6. Reboot the server. No more errors now. Errors are gone. So now when she makes a calendar entry, it stayed. And I asked her, has your BlackBerry been working? Because if the mobile data sync connection service hasn't been working, her BlackBerry shouldn't be working either, right?
Right.
She told me, I don't think it is. So it took her a few days to not realize she wasn't getting these updates on her phone. But when I asked her that, she said, I don't think so. Well, that made me think I was on the right path with this error. So,
what's weird? No, I'm sorry. And you've been talking for about 5 minutes now, and none of these even reference the Java. There's a Microsoft article describing this issue that I posted in the chat room, but not one word or mention of the word Java in there. They do mention the BlackBerry server, but they say apply all updates to your BlackBerry server.
Yeah,
that's
nice. That's usually very helpful. And I don't think when I found it was on the first page. I think I went through a couple of pages before I found the specific post that said check Java. So I'm glad I found that because what are you supposed to check? I mean, as you can see from your Google searches, nothing's really helpful.
Right.
So, but once I made this change and rebooted, everything that I told her, okay, let's try it now. Create a calendar entry, and it stayed. It stayed for 5 or 10 minutes. Showed up on her phone. So I said, look, Let's monitor this. Let me know if they disappear again. This was a week ago.